What is up, football fans? I'm Tyler. I'm joined by Matt. Let's get into pick'ems. We need like a theme song that plays when we say that. We need to work on our production value at some point. That'll be something we would talk about in the off season.
Well, I guess if we both get out early in the playoffs or don't make the playoffs, that'd give us plenty of time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're making it. We're the current 6 seed, and I'm saying that we're not gonna make it. So yeah, you guys will probably still make it. I mean, you guys just need the Saints and the Rams to screw up. Well, no,
Which
you
I
actually
think
no,
we beat.
you just need the Vikings and the Saints to screw up. You don't need
No,
the
we
Rams
just
to
need the
screw up at all.
Rams. You and the Rams, or just the Rams.
I don't think you no, because I mean you're gonna lose the tiebreaker with the Rams. So
Well, no, I need the Rams to screw up.
right, but if the Saints and if you have the same record as the Saints and the Vikings, you might actually win that tiebreaker.
No, yeah,
No.
we do.
But you wouldn't win that in the Rams. So that's why I'm saying you would probably need the Saints to lose.
Why would I need the Saints
Um,
to lose?
they currently have a tiebreaker over you, I believe.
No, only the Rams have the tiebreaker over us.
Interesting. I thought they were ahead of you in the playoff picture.
Maybe before because of the whole one, us not playing till Monday night, and then two, us having the worst record beforehand.
Hold on. I'm gonna look up the NFC playoff picture.
We're eight, they're nine.
Oh, okay. It switched. Cool. Yeah, that probably was. Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, I guess you wouldn't need the Saints to okay, so yeah, you're just looking for the Vikings to lose. So yeah, we'll just both root for the Rams to lose. That's good.
Yeah, either you or the Rams collapse and we're good to go. Sorry.
Yeah, but because of the podcast, we're rooting for the Rams to lose.
Yeah,
So all right, cool. It's with that I'm unfortunately going to pick the Rams.
same. I have no I have no whatchamacallit, dang, words. English is hard. I have no faith that the Saints are gonna be able to pull this one out. I just Carter has not looked amazing this year. I wouldn't even say he's looked good this year. Their record basically says who they are. 7-7. The Rams, their record is not what they are. They're a lot better team than at 500. So
Yep.
the Rams will probably run away with this one pretty easily unless Matthew Stafford just falls asleep on the field. Only way that happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. The Saints sometimes can get it together, but I don't yeah, I don't have much confidence. All right, well, we have the Cincinnati Bengals at Pittsburgh. I don't even care if Jamar Chase plays or not. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, as I've said before, I'm not picking the Steelers until they win. So Bengals.
Yep. All right, Buffalo Bills at the Chargers. Well, the Chargers are now in full tank mode, and Buffalo is has finally learned how to run the ball. So give me Buffalo.
Also, the Chargers don't have a QB and they just had 63 points put up on them. So yeah, Bills.
It's funny how their QB actually led that game in passing.
Hmm.
That was interesting, or at least in yardage. But
Well, that's
anyway,
also what happens when you turn the ball over 5 times.
very true, very true. And you got to throw it in garbage time too. Um, all right, Colts at Atlanta. Yeah, sorry, Atlanta. You just lost to the Panthers, and now you're doing the worst thing you could do is starting Heineke instead of Ritter at home. So give me the Colts.
Yeah, and the Colts just had a really good game against the Steelers, which the Steelers aren't that great of a team, but they looked really good in that win. So I'll be going with the Colts.
Yep. All right, we're gonna go back to skipping our games because I
Oh,
feel like it. So
okay.
I don't have any other reason. I just feel like it. Um, so moving on to below our two games, which are nicely blocked right above each other, so that's nice. We don't have to worry about skipping it again. We got the Commanders taking on the Jets. The Jets are gonna bounce back, is my prediction here.
No.
So, granted, Zach Wilson might be. Hold on, is Zach Wilson injured?
Yes.
But wait, then it'd be Trevor Simeon.
I believe so.
Yeah, give me the Jets.
No, I
I
have the
believe in it.
Packers winning.
That defense, man, gonna come back to life.
Yeah, after they had 30 dropped on them, sure.
What the Broncos do, man. Both these teams are pretty much out of playoff contention. Washington would need like all the 7-7 teams to lose out, but
Yeah. Well,
that ain't happening. Because I mean, literally, the Rams and the Saints play each other this week. So, so they're pretty much out as of this week. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the Jets. You're gonna take the Commanders. I mean, to be honest, I don't think either of us would be surprised this season with whoever wins that game. Um, the Packers at the Carolina Panthers. If the Packers lose this game, oh man, we're gonna so get just absolutely destroyed the next week if they lose this game. So this is the one time, Packers, the one time. Please win this game so we don't have to lose to you the week after. Okay? Just win. Just beat the Panthers. So that way we can play you on a normal week instead of on a revenge week. Just win. Green Bay.
the weather's looking a lot better this Sunday than last Sunday. I don't think it's going to be the same type of monsoon weather for the Panthers. They barely eked it out against the Falcons. I feel like the Packers will have a bounce back game after losing last week, so I have the Packers winning.
Yep. All right. Next, we've got one of what could be one of the best games. Cleveland at the Texans. Give me the Browns riding that Joe Flacco train. I don't care that he threw a bunch of picks and looked awful last week, but I'm sticking with him. Give me the Browns. Don't care if
If
Stroud's playing or not.
if Stroud is playing, I'm picking the Texans, but right now, since I do not know if he's going to be available, I'm going with the Browns.
There we go. All right, the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, listen. This game, I don't even know how it's going to turn out. The Jags could put up a 30 burger. The
They could
Bucks
put
could
up
put up a
50.
30 burger. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. The Buccaneers have looked a lot better in recent weeks. The Jags have looked bad in recent weeks. Also, Trevor Lawrence has a concussion, so we don't even know if he's going to play. So, I'm just going to pick the Bucks, and even if Trevor Lawrence plays, I'm going to stick with the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bucks too. Trevor Lawrence has been banged up the past few weeks. If Trevor Lawrence was healthy, I'd say this is probably a bounce back game, but just because his health has become an issue, I will be going with the Buccaneers.
All right, next you've got the battle of arguably the best bad teams this year. I don't even think that's a hot take. Like, you got two of the worst teams in football, but they're good.
No,
At least recently.
no.
They've looked competitive. And the Bears have even won games recently. So I don't know. I'm just saying like at least competitive bad teams. So um because I mean you could make the argument that like the Giants should be there or the Jets, but they're more mid than bad. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Anyway, um yeah, I'm gonna take the Bears here. The Bears have looked shockingly good against like everybody the past month or so. I mean, they even just played the Browns shockingly very close. So, uh, give me the Bears.
The Cardinals have been playing a lot better than their record. They kept the 49ers and Rams game kind of close, just not a good enough team. But against the Bears, that should be an easier game where they are able to at least pull one out before the season ends.
There you go. For your sake, I hope you're wrong because I want the Bears to ruin one of their draft picks. So, all right, now we've got the real pick that we've been waiting for. The Cowboys are traveling to Miami. Honestly, it's not possible on the app, but I'm going to say it on the podcast. This is going to be a 28-28 tie. Huh?
Good Lord, Tyler.
I I literally think, and if this happens, this proves that both these teams just cannot beat good teams. Like, that's what this game's about. Who can beat the good team? So they have the same record too. So it's like they could end with the same record, but yeah, I can't pick a tie, so I'm not gonna pick a tie. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins. I think they're gonna get Tyreek Hill back. They just dominated the Jets defense without Tyreek Hill. Granted, it's hard, it's easier when the offense doesn't fight back, but still, I think getting him back is going to add juice to that team. Dallas just hasn't gotten it together. Miami has a great running duo with Mostert and Achan, so I think they're going to have good games as well as the passing attack, which Dallas has honestly looked a little flawed there too recently. So give me Miami.
Both teams suck against good teams. Well, Dallas looked like a horrible team last week, so that's a good thing. Um, and Dallas also sucks on the road. This is at Miami. If this was at a neutral site or at Dallas, this would be probably different. But
Mm. Oh, if it was at Dallas, I'd be picking Dallas without any
yeah,
question.
but the Dolphins came out of last week with some momentum. Dallas is looking for answers, while Micah Parsons is still blaming the media for everything. So
Hmm.
I will be going with the Dolphins.
Yep. There we go. All right. Well, the next one should be pretty easy. The Broncos, but watch Bill Belichick somehow pull out a win.
Nah, Broncos.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean it is. Yeah, that's what I'm picking. I'm just saying watch it happen. All right. Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Pierce story for the Raiders. I don't think it's going to continue um against the Chiefs in Arrowhead, but hey, that's actually one I could see going the other way. Raiders have looked pretty good. So, all right, Philadelphia.
Yeah. They're back home. They're going to be desperate for a win after or no, three straight losses. Um, Giants have had some good games recently, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Eagles are probably going to stomp the board here, hopefully being a bit healthier than last week.
Yep, there we go. All right. Last but not least, we have a rematch of one of the early 2010s Super Bowls. And I know the 49ers are the hottest team in the NFL, borderline unbeatable. But do you know who has the same record as the 49ers? The Baltimore Ravens. You know who the 49ers lost to? The Vikings. You know what color the Vikings have on their jersey? Purple.
Tyler.
You know what color the Ravens have on their jersey? Purple. Therefore, what's the 49ers' weakness? Purple. And also, that stat that I brought up last video, home teams have, or sorry, not home teams, the underdogs in the Monday night football games have big time records. This will be the game where the underdog wins, I think. I'm gonna pick the Ravens.
I feel like the Ravens will come into this game feeling a bit more dominant. 49ers have been tough the past few weeks. I feel like this is a game that they just slip up in. They've out physicaled mostly every opponent this year except that 3 game losing streak. But I feel like this is going to be a game where they get out physicaled and just aren't prepared to respond.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, granted, we're picking an upset here because I think both of us, if we like had to put money on it, we'd probably pick the 49ers.
Nah.
Or if this was played at Sunday at 1, we'd probably pick the 49ers. But given all the things that have been going on, we gotta pick the upset here.
I'd still
Just
pick the Ravens. I just feel like they're the better team and they've looked more dominant.
see, I don't even think that. I think the 49ers are the better team far and away because their losses came with injuries. So, um, yeah, the Ravens have overcome their injuries, but I mean, they're dominant at home, not so much on the road. So, but I still think the upset's possible. Still think it could happen.
23-7
So,
Tyler.
dude, it's Jacksonville with a banged up Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but that wasn't until later in the game.
He's been banged up for the past few weeks. What are you talking about?
But he was still playing. If you're on the field, there's no
Yeah,
excuse.
but I mean, it's different when you have the mobility when you're fully healthy than when you're out there at 90% and you can't really move too much.
No,
Like
Trevor Lawrence isn't a scrambler either. He's a pocket passer.
he's not, but there's difference between pocket passer presence and speed when you're fully healthy than there is when you're not. So, like one touch on him and he's down because he can't escape.
Also, the 90% doesn't explain why he threw a pass 3 yards short of the end zone and ran out of time going to half before they could get a field goal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the 49ers are just out physical you every game. The Ravens can do that at home consistently. I haven't seen it on the road consistently. The 49ers went into Philly and did it.
But
Did
we
they
don't
go
even
into
think
Dallas or did Dallas go to the San Fran?
Dallas went to San Fran.
Gotcha. Anyway, yeah,
Ravens
I
went
don't
to
know.
Browns 28-3.
Hmm.
Ravens went to Jaguars 23-7. That's kind of it, but
Yeah, that's my point. um, yeah. Um, I don't know. I just want to make it very clear that that's my upset pick. So going back, oh yeah, we still have our games. I completely forgot about that. All right. Well, it's going to be a good week for the blue teams if my picks are correct.
you get to go first because you are the one that wanted to skip.
Yeah, and I just said my picks. It's going to be
Oh,
a good week for the. It's going to be a good week for the blue teams if my picks are correct. Give me the Titans and give me Detroit.
you didn't pick New York though.
No,
Also,
I did not.
Seattle and Tennessee are blue.
The more blue team. So to me, again, yours is more of like a teal green.
So what, you're
Because what
picking Tennessee?
I am picking Tennessee.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. That's what makes it weird. This is my like 2023 NFL season pick. Like I don't have a reason for you. Like because
Why
here's
do
my
you think
reasoning,
Will
right?
Levis is playing?
Well, Levis isn't playing.
He's hurt. He's questionable.
He's questionable. He'll play.
He's dealing with a sprained ankle and compared the injury to the pair of ankle sprains Ryan Tannehill suffered last season.
First, I thought you just said hair injury. I was like, what do you mean? But okay. Yeah, I honestly didn't know that. I thought he finished the game with the Titans.
He did, but he still has his sprained ankle, Tyler.
Is it a high ankle sprain or just a regular
It
ankle
just
sprain?
says sprained ankle. What do you want from me?
I mean, yeah, I mean he's questionable, so that means it's probably just a regular ankle sprain. I don't know, man. The Titans are that weird ass team, but nah, yeah, I'll change it. All
Good,
right, sorry. Now I'll make a caveat to that. The
good.
road teams are gonna feel good with my picks this week. How's that?
There we go. When you said you picked Titans, I'm like, what the hell?
Well, okay, yeah. If Levis was fully healthy, I honestly would go for it because like I
Honestly,
feel
probably because Seahawks would win the Monday night game and then drop this one like a hot potato.
yes, and because out of the three remaining games, you'll probably lose one of them because your team is like mine in that regard, to where you'll lose one that you're not supposed to lose, but you'll win one that you're not supposed to win. So out of the Titans, Steelers, and the Cardinals, I feel like you're most likely to lose against the Titans than you are against the other two teams. But that's with the healthy Levis. So
But it's also Case Keenum free for 229.
Case Keenum's on the Texans. I don't
That no, what I'm saying is Case Keenum free for 229 against Tennessee last week.
correct. Meaning,
What do you think Geno Smith about to do when he gets back?
I would assume put up more. But
Yes, exactly. And
I
also Tennessee just got eliminated, so this will probably be the one week that they're kind of like, well, damn, what are we playing for?
or it's the week where they're like, we have nothing to play for. Let's pull out all the stops.
I'd say it'd be the next 2 weeks, but yeah.
That that's the team I'm scared. Whenever the Vikings play a team that's out of it, we just always seem to just lose on a bunch of random trick plays and stuff because the teams are not afraid to lose because they're already out. But I honestly, I don't, I yeah, the Seahawks are the better team. I'll pick them. I was gonna pick an upset with the Titans, but you know what? I'm not going to anymore.
Also, Derrick
Seattle,
Henry has not looked that great this season. Now it could also just be that offense has not looked good at all.
right? And you
But
guys have a decent run defense, so
yeah, and what's his name? Shoot,
backup running back for the Titans.
no, the guy that we picked up. What I think Leonard Williams. He
Leonard
actually made a
Williams.
lot of good plays against the Giant or not Giants, the Eagles on Monday night. So good to see him finally getting into it, and
There you
hopefully he
go.
can show up more against Derrick Henry on Sunday.
There you go. Yeah, no, again, that was just going to be my way out of left field upset pick. But yeah, with Levis not really knowing if he's going to be at full capacity, yeah, I'm going to take Seattle there. Um,
We'll call
Seattle
Tampa
coming off
Bay
a big
your left field
Monday night
pick.
win. Huh?
We'll call Tampa Bay your left field pick.
Sure. That's that. Yeah, actually, yeah. Because I was going to say, what did I call any other upset? But I don't think I did. So wait, I did. I thought I did somewhere else.
You did. Baltimore.
Oh yeah, Baltimore. Yeah, no, yeah, Baltimore's my upset pick. Yeah. Screw the Tampa Bay being my upset pick. Baltimore's my upset pick. All right. Yeah. Seahawks gonna continue their run. So
Yeah.
all right.
Well, I guess I
I thought
should
you
probably say I have the Seahawks and the Lions winning as
I was
well.
gonna say I thought you were gonna elaborate on your team, but I mean we don't have to. Um and then yeah, I'm gonna take Detroit. Um Mostly because they're the better team and our coach doesn't know how to win a game. But I will say this. I actually do feel more confident about winning this game than probably any of the other games in like the past month. And I know that sounds weird, but here's why. will be playing from behind. That is when Kevin O'Connell plays his best football in terms of like coaching. So
Unless Jared Goff throws turnovers again, and then
honestly, here's exactly that's what's weird about it. We need Detroit to start scoring early.
which they don't do that, which is going to be an issue for y'all.
They did it last week against the Broncos. What are you talking about?
Well, no, but like the Bears games,
We're not the Bears.
you lost the Bears though.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I mean, honestly though, if we're also undefeated if we win the turnover battle, so either way, I would actually like that. So, I mean, if
If
we
Nick,
could have zero turnovers and also play from behind, that would be good.
if I start watching Nick Mullins throw interceptions, I know my phone's about to blow up with texts.
Dude, no, I don't have the energy to get mad at Nick Mullins. So, like again, like he threw two picks last week, and I was kind of just like, okay, it's a backup quarterback. Then he finished like 26 of 33, and I'm like, honestly, good job. Like Dobbs would have done freaking like 12 of 40. So,
Nah, it's not the Bears.
uh, Broncos as well was not a great game by him either. And the Raiders. Um, remember he started three and a half quarters of that game. So
Well,
Nick
did he throw
Mullins
any
threw.
picks against the Raiders?
He did not.
And he only threw like what,
The
one
Raiders was
against
our
the Broncos?
the Raiders was our second game this season. The other game being against the Saints, where we had zero turnovers.
But then what was it? One against the Broncos?
No, that was like three or four.
What?
Three or four turnovers, or do you just mean interception?
Interceptions.
Yeah, it's probably one, maybe two.
Because it was the Bears game that he started like throwing interceptions like crazy.
Yeah, that was four. That was four. All the turnovers were Josh Dobbs picks in that game. Yeah. Again, yeah, it's just I at this point I don't have the energy to be mad. It's the backup quarterback will do what the backup quarterback does. I really don't care. I just want to see our coach try to win the game for four quarters and overtime if need be. So, coach a full game. If we lose, we lose, but let's go out looking good. Like, we haven't really done that other than the 49ers game when Kirk was still playing. So let's get that back. Like even the well, no, because we did that in the Green Bay game technically when Kirk got hurt because we were able to, but that was more our defense stepping up. So yeah, because even the Saints game where we had that big win with Josh Dobbs after he came in the Falcons game, like we just played super conservative in the second half and let up a huge lead. So yeah, we haven't done well since the Packers game. So um. But yeah, this is odd. And again, Detroit's defense has historically not been good this season. So perhaps it's Nick Mullins' time to shine. Or hear me out. All those turnovers, man. Or their defense steps up. Nick Mullins can't do anything. Jaron Hall time. Where Vikings all want him to play. All the Vikings fans and the entire nation want Jaron Hall to play.
Now they'd put Joshua Dobbs back in.
No, they wouldn't. He's the emergency third string. He was the
We'd
emergency
find a
third string
way.
last week. He's the emergency third string this week.
Well, I think he was also on the injury list.
He was not on the injury list. He got the
Mm,
ultimate benching last week. They benched him all the way to that again. That's one of the few things that I like about Kevin O'Connell. He just does it way too late. So like when he does make a good decision, it's a really good decision. Like he didn't just make him a backup quarterback. He's like, no, you're the third option now. You're going all the way back. Like, yes, thank you. Josh Dobbs cost us 2 games. So it was almost 3.
He'll put Holland after the fifth interception.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm very torn because I want the Vikings to win, but I also want to see Hall play. So if I get to see one of those next week, I'm good. Like I don't care. Unless it's like, the last 2 minutes and you're just handing the ball off because you already lost. I
Yeah.
don't want to see that. If I get to see Hall play actual meaningful football, or I get to see a Vikings win, I don't care who the quarterback is. That's all I care about at this point. I
Yeah.
there's nothing else. Because I mean, again, Hall should have been the starter 3 weeks ago. So, but yeah. Then Ty Chandler, our running back, should have been the starting running back ever since week 3. So don't know why it's taken us that long. It took us till Alexander Madison got hurt in the Raiders game, which ironically he looked good in, for us to finally play Ty Chandler. And looky here, first 100-yard rushing game season, or first 100-yard rushing game in the season, and another touchdown on the ground with a non-quarterback. Number 2. We scored 2 rushing touchdowns with running backs. 2. That has to be last in the league. It has to be. There's no way. And even the Steelers, with their terrible offense, have to have scored more than 2 rushing touchdowns with their running backs. Even the Patriots, the Bears, the the Cardinals have definitely scored more than that rushing touchdowns. Oh my goodness, they've done a ton with their running backs. But like seriously, the Panthers, like there's not a team in the league. Ah, man, when the entire Vikings fan base can coach better than the Vikings coach, it's just very aggravating. But anyway, all right. Well, that about seals it for our picks. We'll be back next week when Matt's team leapfrogs mine into a playoff spot, and I'll be on the outside looking in, with my only hope being beating the Packers and hopefully another team slipping up. Looking at you, Rams. Yeah, it's not looking good for Vikings Nation. Don't be deceived by us having the 6th seed and apparently a really good percentage chance of making the playoffs. That requires us to win. So anyway, that's that. And with that, I will say, Matt, you have to say something other than your normal catchphrase because I am not calling for peace unless uh Kevin O'Connell calls a good game.
Nah.